Hello, and welcome to a guide on Genji, the hero that most people consider to be OP. Let's take a detailed look at him to see if that's accurate. First we'll talk about his role in the game. Genji is a high mobility hero that exceeds at harassing backline enemies. His abilities are all about getting in and out of trouble as you see fit. He has decent poke with his Q, and getting cooldown resets on his swift strike can single-handedly win a team fight. Genji is one of the few heroes that can carry a team and win a 1v5. But many people struggle with him, and with the addition of Stukov, things get even worse. In my opinion, the reason why people have such a hard time with him is that they see all those videos where a Genji solos an entire team by pressing W, and they think they can do that whenever they want. Let's talk about his weaknesses. There are 3 major heroes that counter him: Malfurion, Varian and Stukov. More specifically Twilight Dream, Taunt, and Lurking Arm. Any type of silence is deadly, as it interrupts your W, and it prevents you from using your escapes. So if you're going up against any type of silence, your best bet is to bait them. Wait until they use it on someone else, although they will most likely save it for you. Also, remember that poison will keep ticking after your deflect expires. Now let's get to his main builds. We all know the deflect build, where you go in and press W, and boom, everyone is dead. Your team is congratulating you, and you feel like a hero. But that's not a build for every game. In fact, there are more times where you want to avoid it, because it gets no value if you're not going against certain abilities or heroes. Here is a list of things that deflect is great against: Tracer, Tychus, D.Va, Tacita, Zarya or Zul'jin. They have fast auto attacks. Deflect build melts a team if one or more of those heroes attack you during your W. Disintegrate or Withering Fire are other examples. If the enemy team has none of those things, you're way better off going for something else. Here are the 2 builds that I use depending on the enemy composition. I will go in detail over the talent choices. First, deflect build. Agile Dismount at level 1. This talent is an absolute must, because if you mount up, your D will have 70% increased range and 5 seconds less cooldown. With this talent you can use your Saber agility to engage the backline and your E to escape. Without it you must use your swift strike for gap closing, which leaves you with a short range D to escape. It makes your playstyle a lot safer and the other options are not as consistent. Level 4 is a tier that doesn't have many choices. Shuriken Mastery is the dominant choice. Strike at the Heart is underwhelming. Dragon Claw gives you another button to press when you are deflecting damage, but it has quite low damage. At level 7 I take Perfect Defense. It lowers your deflect cooldown by 2 seconds for every damage you take, so you'll get a lot of value with fast attacking heroes. None of the talents here are bad, but for deflect build this is the best choice. Either ultimate works just fine. I'm going to talk about both of them later. At level 13, Shingen is the best choice because it allows you to burst someone down in no time if you're close enough. But it works best with heroes that have large hitboxes, and spamming Q randomly won't get any value. Not to mention that if you have complete shit aim, it's going to be a problem. If that's the case, Flow Like Water is a good choice. It lowers the cooldown of your E by 3 seconds for every hero hit, so you can get resets even without killing someone. Next we have a no-brainer. Reflect makes your W do more damage, nothing to argue here. And the core of the entire build, Zanshin, which makes deflect do damage to all heroes around. That's it. You can now go be the hero Nexus needs. Now for the build I use when deflect gets no value. There's 3 major changes to the deflect build. First, Perfect Defense at 7 can be replaced by any of the 3. Dodge is a solid choice when going against relatively slow auto attackers. Augmented Guard gives you a shield for half of the damage you take during your W. And the spell armor from Cyber Shield is great with the level 1 talent. Next, level 16. You can take either of the 2, they just make your E better. And at level 20 I choose the ultimate upgrade. Which brings us to an important topic. What ultimate do you get? We all know that Dragon Blade does significantly more damage than X Strike. But is it always better? No. In fact, you'll see that it's oftentimes better not to take it. When you use Dragon Blade, you become the priority target for the enemy team because you can kill them all if they don't focus you. So expect all CC to be used on you, and that's never fun. Definitely take it if you have an Uther that goes for Divine Shield. X Strike is usually my choice because you can go in with Agile Dismount, use it, and go out with your E. It's simple, quick and efficient in team fights, but it requires aiming. You can miss this quite easy. One alternate use for it is to escape targeted damage, like Ruthless Onslaught or Triple Tap. Because during its animation, Genji as a hero does not exist, and the enemy's ability is cancelled. That's all for this guide. Some things to remember are, bait enemies CC, especially silences. Stuns interrupt your swift strike and your cyber agility, and deflect build is situational. That's it. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't, and I hope to see better Genjis out there.